You know how I'm always talking about the fact that if you go to the State House and you swing your fist, you hit a member of the New Hampshire Liberty Alliance. Well, I've never actually showed you any video of the way the New Hampshire Liberty Alliance is able to just pack the State House full of liberty activists. Take a look at this. On this day, we had about 30 activists, I think, to fight for more freedom in New Hampshire and prevent the State House from passing bad bills. There have been times where we've had more like 50. Here they are meeting with the governor the same day. And they've had quite a bit of legislative success, too. That's why I'm a member of the New Hampshire Liberty Alliance, and hope you will be too. Find out more at nhliberty.org. nhliberty.org.
Hey, Ridley here, signing in for RidleyReport.com in Manchester, New Hampshire, but I'm talking to two people who just got back from Washington, D.C. on the Ron Paul March. Dan from Manchester and John from Hudson. And you guys both, you were down there not for the Ron Paul March exactly. You were there to proselytize for the Free State Project. Tell me about that.
We went down there. 5 of us drove down to D.C. from New Hampshire, leaving the Free State just temporarily. Brought thousands of Free State Project flyers and handed them out to the people at the Ron Paul March, both before the march, during the march, and at the rally after the march on the Capitol lawn.
And you said it was pretty dramatic, some of the responses you got.
Oh, yeah.
The responses were amazing when I saw that there were a couple of individuals who were actually handed a FSP flyer and they handed it back to me and said, no, I'm already a member. And, you know, the chances of that happening anywhere, pretty rare. But at the Ron Paul March, it's really easy to reach out to the message, and we're really trying to concentrate on the Ron Paul supporters because they already get the message of liberty and smaller, less intrusive government, and that's what we're here for now, working our butts off.
So, was it worth going? Worth the trip?
Oh, yeah. We've got a few new FSP participants sign the SOI on the spot. We got well over 100 people signed up for the newsletter who wanted to hear more about the Free State Project. A lot of people spent time at the table we set up talking to Free Staters about what it's like in New Hampshire and what the Free State Project, you know, entails. We're mostly just the bus, but what people on the ground in New Hampshire are doing, the 47 people running for state rep that are pro-liberty Ron Paul supporters. Among them we've got at least a dozen or so Free Staters. A few of those are actually down in the march. We've got...
their greatest chance of getting elected is the Free State Project members getting behind them. We're going to be at the polls, we're handing out flyers, we're doing the petition access, ballot access, and we're really moving over here.
Well, and you said that, too, that when you told them the number of pro-liberty candidates running for state rep around here, that had an electric effect.
The biggest draw that I had was when I made it very clear in my loud voice that we have 47 Ron Paul loving state reps running in New Hampshire. How many you got in your state?
State rep candidates.
Correct.
Yeah.
But when I ended that and said, how many you got running? You just see the gerbils running, and within a second or two, they start running towards us, grabbing flyers out of my hands as quickly as I could. Heller, the D.C. Heller gun case in D.C., where they actually went all the way to the Supreme Court and decided that you have a constitutional right, a right to own a handgun to defend yourself in your home.
He was there, huh?
He was there. He gave a speech. But what I found out, and I didn't know this, that he is a Free Stater. And not only is he a Free Stater, but he devised a plan with his lawyer, who was a medical student, to drop what he was doing, become a lawyer, and fight this case all the way through. And we can't wait for him to come to New Hampshire to see what he does.
Yeah, it's going to be nice to have him here. Somebody's not going to like it, but I'm going to like it.
I think we'll all like that.
All right. Guys, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you. Is that recorded?
And there's one other thing, John, you were telling me that was stunning to you.
Yeah, I was there from the beginning of the march till the end, and what was really surprising to me when everybody started clearing out of the Capitol lawn after the rally was over, how clean the lawn was. Everybody picked up after themselves, and I didn't get there before everybody showed up. I was actually in the march myself, but I'm going to bet that Capitol lawn was cleaner than when we actually arrived.
Nice. But Dan, you said there was something disturbing you saw, which I guess we've talked to other Free Staters about it.
I don't know if I could use the language. One gentleman was waving a flag that said, F you government. And eyewitness, secret police, or Capitol Police running from every direction possible and swarming this guy. And immediately the cameras go up. I'm sure you can find this all over the internet. And they would not leave him alone until he agreed to take the flag down. I didn't see him for the rest of the day. Also interesting was later on, during one of the major speeches, somebody collapsed and shouts for medic went off. And it was at least 3 minutes before a medic made it to them. So we have a guy on the ground needing medical attention, and the Capitol Police never intervened. It was actually the Ron Paul Revolution staff, the Revolution March staff, that actually showed up and to help this guy. Whereas, you know, you wave a flag that certainly isn't the Stars and Stripes, and they're all over you in seconds.
Did you see anything about this allegations of a backpack? Someone left a backpack and they spread eagled him? Know anything about that?
No, I didn't see anything but a backpack.
Okay.
I did notice that during one of the speeches, a very energetic Iraq war veterans for peace or for liberty was given a speech. It was definitely one of the keynote speeches. But during that speech, up on the Capitol, up in this the White House, the Capitol, the spotter, he was up there all day with binoculars. Put up a blue flag, walked behind where he was standing, and came back with a scoped rifle for the duration of that speech. And I don't know if I saw any cameras trained on that, but it was disturbing.
Yeah, interesting. Did you see any officials trying to take photographs? Any public servants trying to take photographs?
I'm sure the whole time. Every building in D.C. has got 4 cameras on it, and then I have no idea whether or not they had video equipment on the giant pair of binoculars that he was scanning this crowd with the entire day.
Right, okay. All right, thanks, guys.
This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by nhliberty.org.